you've been looking for this woman for a long time? I know where she is.
Congratulations. All your hard work finally paid off.
We convinced him that building a nuclear power plant was not in the best interests of the town.
Did you actually know the senator?
Sweetie, without your mother, he'd never have made senator.
Can't you call him?
Oh.
Maybe he'd invite us to the governor's ball.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Cinderella, but that was a long time ago, and I'm no longer politically active.
Bummer. Could have worn that new blue satin dress.
Oh, that'd be nice with your pearl earrings.
Don't encourage your Ted. We'll end up in some fascist designer's mailing.
Mom, not all fashion designers are fascists. God, you sell your stupid love beads.
Stupid love beads. These were handmade by the widow of a victim at
Wounded Knee, El Nicaragua, Nam, blah, blah, blah. It's still tacky.
Your mother's very proud of us.
Please, don't move! Sheriff Hoffman, you have the right to remain silent.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney.
Mom!
It's okay, honey.
Not my fault your wiretaps had expired.
We pulled our taps. How'd you find out we had a man inside?
You know I can't reveal my sources.
Oh, I could subpoena you.
Oh, and risk losing nearly 2 years of work to get a simple possession conviction? I don't think so.
You're a media whore, Donna. You're worse than the punks you represent.
Oh, well, coming from you, I'll take that as a compliment. When I threatened to expose his undercover drug sting, I thought he was going to shoot me.
Well, he still may when he finds out I dated one of his men.
Well, beating that bastard is better than sex. Almost. Hey, hold on a second, Zoe. Listen.
Where a suspect was arrested today in connection with the 1974 bombing that resulted in the death of businessman Frank Watts. 55-year-old Sharon Hoffman, a member of the radical protest group The Jesters, famous for their run-ins with police, was living under the name Janice Bradford. The Bradford family had no comment on the arrest, and authorities will be holding a press
Sorry,
conference
did you hear
tomorrow
that?
at 11.
Call Porter in Judge Watkins' office. Find out where they took her. They're going to be lining up for this one. I'm here to see Janice Bradford.
Excuse me. I'm Ted Bradford. Do you know my wife?
Pleased to meet you, Donna Erickson.
This is my daughter, Gloria. You're a lawyer, right?
Yes.
I wasn't aware she'd retained anyone.
That's what I've come to talk to her about.
Dad, she's famous. You'll get her off, won't you? I mean, she's innocent, right?
I'm sure she is, Gloria. My home number is on the back. Call me day or night.
You're not from the public defender's office.
My name is Donna Erickson. I'm an attorney.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of you. I thought you'd be taller.
I have a pair of stiletto heels if that'll make you happy.
We can't afford you.
I'm willing to take your case pro bono.
Oh, I bet. What's the going rate for 15 minutes of fame these days?
Yeah, you can always opt for the well-meaning PD. Personally, I'm not a big fan of death row. I'm offering you my services for free.
What you're offering me is reality TV disguised as a trial.
Have I done something to offend you? Forget it. This was a waste of time.
Supposing I do agree to retain your services, we'd have to get some ground rules straight first.
Such as?
Such as no publicity.
How can there not be publicity on this?
I know how you work, trying the case in the press. Well, not this time. No publicity or no client.
The Jesters weren't exactly shy about getting their message out. They were notorious throughout the South.
Well, this isn't the Jesters, Miss Erickson. My family is off limits.
I can't stop the media from prying into your life.
It's not my life I'm concerned about. It's my daughter's. She's a junior in high school. How would you like it if your mom was all over the news as a terrorist?
Any other conditions? Because I have one of my own. No secrets.
No secrets. Watts was a local businessman. He owned a factory that manufactured parts for a defense firm. Watts was the target. We didn't know anything else about him. We didn't care. We were there to frag him.
Frag?
It's a military term. It means killing by fragmentation grenade. Obviously, for our purposes, it meant character assassination.
You might want to strike that word from your vocabulary. I don't want to have to explain it to a jury.
Okay. Anyway, we wanted to make a statement about the war. And Watts's plant made the containers that housed the fuel gel.
Fuel gel?
Napalm.
What exactly did you plan to do?
Malicious mischief. You know, stink bombs, smoke bombs, non-lethal stuff.
Nothing that could cause an explosion.
No. We did practical jokes. That's why Leo called us the jesters. We were non-violent. You know, we'd sophomoric stuff. We were kids just fresh out of college. Listen, before the bombing, nobody was concerned about us because we were careful. We had rules. Nobody ever got hurt. Until then.
Were you present at the time of the bombing?
Yes, we all were.
Who's we specifically?
The 4 other members of the Jesters. Cole, Leo, Marty, Jerry, and myself.
All you were planning was a little prank?
Yeah, we were gonna stink the place up. You know, just make it so they'd have to shut the plant down for a day. But obviously, somebody had other plans. We were in there less than 10 minutes before the place exploded. We were framed.
By whom?
I don't know.
And you never came forward.
Are you kidding? The state police hated us. When we smoked out the Agnew rally in '73, the national press referred to them as the Keystone Cops. I'm sorry. Would you mind if we continued this another time? It's been a very long day.
One more thing before I go. I want you to strip.
Strip.
Trust me on this.
All right.
My client has a long history of persecution by law enforcement personnel in the state. As you can see, there are no marks on her upper and lower torso. I want to make sure it stays that way.
Hey, this is Glenn Garrison. You know what to do.
Glenn, it's Donna. Could you come by my office tomorrow, say 9-ish? I have a job for you if you're interested.
Great. Zoe?
She's expecting you.
Hey. How was your ride down?
Slow.
Well, buckle up. You're about to hit the fast lane. I'm waiting for the DA's office to send over discovery, but I had Zoe prepare a file for you in the meantime. What?
We haven't seen each other in 8 months. Be nice to ease into this. You know, how's the weather? How's your health?
How's the weather?
Fine.
How's your health?
Can't complain. You still seeing that gag writer?
He was in advertising, and no, I'm no longer seeing him. Not that it's any of your business.
Your hair's different. Looks good.
Glenn, I need a detective, not a boyfriend.
Well, I'm not your boyfriend. I'm your ex-husband. Which brings us to why me? Janice Bradford. AKA Sharon Hoffman, AKA the Jesters. No way. No. No. No way.
Would you rather spend your time spying on some cheating spouse?
You called me because there isn't a cop in the entire Southeast will lend you a hand with this.
I called you because I can trust you. And yes, because I think you can see past the obvious.
Really think this woman's innocent?
I have a feeling she may be holding something back, but yes, I think she is.
I remember them, you know. The Jesters. My dad worked the Agnew rally. Secret Service tore him a new one.
Malicious mischief doesn't make her a murderer.
No, planting a bomb that kills someone does.
Are you gonna help me?
You're asking me to ignore a lot of history.
That was 30 years ago.
Maybe I'm not talking about the case.
Our divorce was mutual.
Kinda sort of was. Since you decided that me being a cop wasn't good enough for you.
Can we please not do this?
Nice to see you again, Counselor.
I need your help. I'm asking for your help.
Okay. Nice to see you again, Zoe.
Hey! Jesus. Ray.
How you doing, Dale?
Well, what are you doing here? God, I haven't seen you in years.
You see the news? We have a serious problem.
Yeah, all right. Let's not be hasty. They have as much to lose as we do, maybe more.
What are you saying? Leave it alone?
I'm saying they'll keep quiet.
Quiet isn't hiring a high-profile lawyer, Dale. They can hurt us.
Can we talk about this later? I'm running late.
Right. Chamber of Commerce Humanitarian of the Year?
That's right.
Well, you go ahead and enjoy yourself, Dale. I'm not going anywhere. Neither is she.
Thought this might help get you started. Copy of the 1974 warrant they used to search her apartment after the bombing. Led to a P.O. box. Thank you.
Containing bomb fuses.
Evidence they needed to secure an indictment against the Jesters.
This must have been pretty hard to come by.
I had a few friends left down there. You know what they said about our chances? Go directly to jail, do not pass go. Zoe, looking good.
Well, I thought I'd get into the spirit of things. Don't I look groovy? Want to guess what they're calling her now?
Oh, clever. So what else is in the box?
Oh, evidence they collected from Watts's office after the bombing. Bank statements, payroll records, appointment books, stuff like that.
Now, what about this anonymous loser who turned her in? Saw her face in a 60s Where Are They Now magazine and ratted her out for the money?
A real civic hero.
Let's just start with what we know. She admits she was on the premises to plant a bomb, but not the bomb that killed Watts.
That's good. It's only attempted murder.
They were there to plant a stink bomb.
A stink bomb?
To protest the company's work for the military. She and her 4 partners enter the building to play a prank when the bomb in question explodes. When she wakes up, she finds Watts and one of her friends dead.
That's what she told you?
She claims they were set up.
I'm sure she did. Come on, Donna, seriously, that's the sorriest excuse for a story I've ever heard.
Well, now it's our sorry story. We have to try and find a way to prove that someone else could have set that bomb. Without that, we can't establish reasonable doubt.
What about her husband?
An English teacher at a local college. They met in Atlanta where she fled after the bombing. She told him the truth, but he married her anyway. Just some weird twist of fate. The only tenured job he could land brought them back here.
It was pretty brazen.
Well, yes and no. Sometimes the best place to hide is right out in the open.
But we have got to find out who could have had it out for them.
Well, take your pick. Other targets, cops, other radicals.
Right. Okay, let's do the same thing with Watts. Check his appointment book, members of his family.
Erickson and partner. Hold, please. It's Crawford.
What's the matter, Will? Finally decided to confess to your crimes?
I was going to give this case to Jennings, but as soon as I heard you were the opposing counsel, I just couldn't pass it up.
Who's the media whore now?
Funny. Your client is going down, Donna.
You can't even place her at the scene.
Then why did she run?
Is there a reason you called me here?
Plead accessory to bombing. We drop murder 1. She gets 15 to life, back to PTA mom and 8.
I'll talk to my client.
Okay. I lied. My being on this case has nothing to do with my personal feelings. The governor's office is on my back. This is terrorism, Donna. And that word carries a lot of weight right now. You lose this case, you'll be known as the shyster who sponsored a threat to the country. Bottom line, your client goes down, you go down. Think about it.
By all means, Ray, make yourself at home.
You can't keep ducking this issue, Dale. Because this ain't just about you, and I'm not taking the fall.
They have no evidence. It would be their word against ours.
You're forgetting about the tape.
I thought we decided they were bluffing.
I don't care if they are. This is going to be a trial with a highfalutin lawyer poking around under every rock. Can we agree this is not a good thing for us?
No. No. Something needs to be done, but... Oh, God, Ray, there are times when I can pretend it almost didn't happen. Times when I wish I acted with greater restraint.
But it did. And you didn't. Now's not the time to be talking about restraint.
Would you clarify that?
Either the threat exists, or it doesn't.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
We always knew this day might come.
I know. Just tell her. Better she hears the truth from us than the eyewitness news.
I could bring her down here?
No, I don't want her to see me like this.
What about bail?
This new lawyer.
Ted, you're the only one who believes I'm innocent.
She seems concerned.
Well, I don't trust her. She's an attorney.
It's her job, hon.
You know what I mean? All she cares about is winning. The truth is irrelevant. Don't discuss things with her, okay? Ted, nothing personal.
Great. I really appreciate this.
That's what ex-husbands are for.
Mom always said you could fix anything.
Yeah. Smart woman, your mom. Always liked her.
Yeah, she liked you too. She told me every week after we split.
Well, she was wrong about one thing. Couldn't fix everything.
It wasn't all you.
Tell me something. You happy?
I'll be happy when we win this case.
Fair enough, counselor.
Shouldn't you be asleep?
I've got a chemistry test in the morning.
I got a better subject. History. It's a love story, actually. About a people who were so in love with their country that they decided to fight to try and save it.
Dad, get the retro 60s crap.
Come on. I haven't even gotten to the happy ending yet.
No, there was no happy ending. All the hippies got high and learned to disco. You should have told me.
We didn't think you'd understand. Your mother is a very socially conscious person.
Hey, Dad, this goes way beyond helping out at the soup kitchens on the weekend.
Gloria, you need to understand the context.
Okay, if you're trying to find a polite way to tell me Mom killed that guy.
She never killed anyone. Never. Ever. There's an old saying, keep your eyes on the prize. The children. You were the prize. Our gift was going to be a better country. What your mother did, what we did, was for you.
Okay, well, pardon me if I don't accept.
I want you to tell me everything you know about the events leading up to the bombing.
We finished assembling the stink bombs around 8 that night. The last of the plant workers would be out by then.
Was there anything unusual about that night?
We were all in pretty good spirits.
Any drugs or alcohol present?
No. We got lit after a stunt, never before. Leo was adamant about that.
What happened when you got to the factory?
Leo, Marty, Jerry, and I entered in through a side door, and Cole in the back window.
Leo had the key?
No, it was unlocked.
Didn't you think that was unusual?
I was running on pure adrenaline. All I was thinking about was nailing that fascist Watts.
But he wasn't supposed to be there.
No, no one was supposed to be in the plant.
Go on.
Well, it all happened pretty fast after that. We were all set to set off the stink bombs when Jerry started screaming about Watts, that he was still in the building.
Was he alive?
I have no idea. They saw him through the glass. He was in another room. Jerry just yelled down that he was slumped in a chair. And Leo told us to abort and to run like hell, but I guess Jerry wanted to make sure that Watts was okay. That's when the bomb went off. The next thing I know, Leo's pulling me to my feet. Marty's okay, but Cole is cut up pretty bad. He tried to find Jerry, but there's just blood everywhere. Marty took Cole to a doctor friend nearby. And Leo and I split up, and that's the last thing I heard from any of them.
Is it possible that Leo knew more than he was letting on?
What? No. Absolutely not. Leo founded the Jesters. He was our conscience. He's not going to sell us out.
Can you get a hold of him?
We went underground after the bombing. And the last time he called me was in '88, and Ted and I were living in Atlanta. I don't know how he got a hold of me then, and I have no idea where he is now.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for trying.
Oh. What'd you find out?
Nothing. My guy at the Bureau said Leo Rudd's been underground so long the worms can't even find him.
Well, stay on it. She got pretty defensive when I hinted he could be in on it. She knows something. Her recollection of what happened that night. God, look at them out there. Maybe the police could do a few drive-bys of the Bradford house.
Don't bet on it. From what I hear, they've got as much to worry about from the cops as they do from protesters.
That is so pathetic.
What do you expect? A lot of cops were humiliated by these people over and over. They brought it on themselves.
Okay, well, I didn't hire you for your opinion. I hired you to find evidence.
Yes, ma'am.
What's so funny?
The Jesters. Over a 2-year period, they smoked or skunked the mayor, the IRS, the draft board, everybody from the police to a Norman Mailer book signing. But there's no history of violence until Watts. And check this out. Marilyn Marty Flanagan died in a car accident in Detroit in '76 when her brakes failed. 2 years later, Cole Estes
Burns to death in a tenement fire in Phoenix. Both later ID'd as members of the Jesters.
Doesn't that seem a little X-Files to you? Because we're not exactly talking natural causes here.
Well, I can't sell a conspiracy on the testimony of a dead man. Without Red, we have no magic bullet.
Here, I'm almost finished compiling the calls and client lists from Watts' appointment book.
Great.
No luck. With what? I missed. Are you out of your mind? What are you trying to do to me? To you? Oh, you gave the order. The hell I did?
32 years ago, I get a call from my CEO in the reserves, now a hotshot real estate developer. He has a problem closing a deal. He asks, can I come up with a creative solution? Make me a rich man. So I did. But you helped, Dale. You helped big time. Recognize the signature, Captain Beckman?
Got your message. Why'd you want to meet here?
Well, I was hoping to blow your mind. Pretty cool, huh? Take a look at these. Notice a resemblance?
Almost the same as Watts' factory.
Built by the same contractor in the same year. Right when the New South was just happening. Now we lucked out. They're closed down right now. I was able to work out a deal with the owner. So, what I figured was, if she's telling the truth, they would have entered through there, and our friend Watts would have been in the office upstairs there.
You're gonna recreate the blast?
Well, it might be a way for us to prove our client's telling the truth. Police never ran any serious forensic tests.
What?
Well, the suspects were either dead or nowhere to be found. Most of the bomb components were consumed. It was open and shut. You just swept up stuff and dumped it into evidence.
All right, well, just try not to blow the place up again. I've had enough property damage for one day.
What are you talking about?
Someone delivered a message with a smoke bomb attached. Probably the same idiot who slashed my tires.
What'd the police say?
I didn't call him.
What? Donna, the tires are one thing. This is serious. This is a death threat.
You said yourself there'd be no help.
To her, not you. You put yourself in harm's way here. For what?
You haven't changed a bit. She has rights. I made a vow to defend those rights.
Yeah, you made a vow to me too. To us, remember? I'm worried about you, okay?
I have to get ready for court.
Hello?
Ted Bradford?
Who is this?
It's Leo. Leo Rudd.
She's not here. Leo, where are you?
I can't tell you that, man. Look, I read the papers. I want to help. I'll be in touch.
The arraignment is tomorrow. What is paramount is that you and I are in sync. Now, the judge is going to ask you how you plead.
Not guilty.
No, you say nothing.
But I'm not guilty.
That's not the point. I do the talking. You look like a mother who's been ripped from her family.
Well, I am a mother ripped from her family.
Don't tell me. Show the jury.
This isn't a damn game.
Yes, it is.
Well, excuse me, but I don't like gambling with people's lives.
Then why are you protecting Leo Rudd?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Janice. The door to the factory was unlocked. Wasn't that a bit convenient?
I don't know anything about it.
I think you do. Damn it, being not guilty is not the same as being innocent. I want you to tell me.
Well, I can't tell you what I don't know.
Okay, fine. Then we'll plea bargain to accessory. You'll get 15 years. With good behavior, you might get out in 8.
15 years?
That's what they're offering.
Well, then you tell the DA to go to hell. Because I am innocent.
Gloria, home. Gloria?
This arraignment's closed to the public.
Take your seats. Prosecutor?
Your Honor, we charge the prisoner, Sharon Hoffman, alias Janice Bradford, with first-degree murder in the 1974 bombing that killed Frank Watts. I have here a warrant dated August 12, 1974, allowing the police to search the defendant's apartment, at which time they discovered the existence of a nearby post office box rented by the defendant. A search of that rental box turned up a parcel containing fuses for an explosive device.
Ms. Erickson, how does your client plead?
Your Honor, I'd first like to enter a motion to suppress the fuses.
On what grounds?
On the grounds of illegal search and seizure.
Police had obtained the proper warrants, Your Honor.
Only for the apartment. The police officer never obtained a warrant for the post office box. Your Honor, I cite People versus Rollins. At the time of discovery, there existed a constitutional right to privacy in regards to the contents of packages in the mail. The search was unlawful, and as a result, all evidence gathered from that search must be suppressed from the jury. On those grounds, I ask that my client be released.
I'm going to deny your request at this time. I will, however, schedule an evidentiary hearing in 30 days, at which time the prosecution must establish the lawfulness of the search and seizure in question. If they fail to do so adequately, I will consider your request at that time.
We respectfully request bail, Your Honor. My client has no prior history of criminal violence. She maintains strong financial and property ties to the community, as well as being active in numerous charities.
Your Honor, we're dealing with blatant terrorist activity here. In addition, she has a history of flight. Therefore, it is in the interest of the people that the defendant be denied bail.
Court sets bail in the amount of $1 million.
Your Honor.
My decision stands. Court is adjourned.
were you?
It's Gloria. She's run off. She left a note saying she needs some space.
Have you called the police? No, if she needs space, we have to respect that.
I don't want to tell you how to raise your kids.
Then don't. I raised her to be responsible, and I trust her. How many people can you say that about, Miss Erickson?
Leo called. He wants to help.
My client is an innocent woman. The only thing she's guilty of is bad judgment, of associating herself with the wrong people. If the DA's office was interested in the truth, they'd investigate who really had motive for framing them.
Okay, well, you're another suspect?
Donna.
We're losing this case, and the trial hasn't even begun.
What are you talking about? You knocked him on his heels.
I bought us some time, that's all. Crawford can afford to make a mistake like that. We can't.
He's got an army of people he can mobilize. We've just got us.
You know, being overworked and understaffed is no excuse. We have to do better. I got it. Donna Erickson. Yeah, I'll be right there.
I appreciate you seeing me like this.
No problem. I told you you could call. Are you all right?
I don't know. Can you please tell me my mom's not a murderer?
Well, Gloria, we have an excellent case. Your mom has a history of community... I'm sorry. No, I don't think your mom ever could or would intentionally hurt anybody. She's just very committed to supporting her beliefs.
No kidding. How many 8-year-olds can spell Bolshevik?
Don't you think you're overstating it?
No. Overstating it, God. I grew up in a home without television, without diet sodas, without hamburgers even, unless Mom, ground up the meat herself from some organic free-range cow.
Okay, so maybe your parents are a little eccentric.
How about weird?
Did you ever think that maybe they just want you to be your own person?
But what if my own person just wants to be like everyone else and not some radical protester? I mean, what's wrong with wanting to drive a nice car and live in a gated community and pull down 6 figures a year? I want to be like you.
Is that what you think I'm about?
Aren't you? You're only the most, famous attorney in the city. You're like my role model.
I appreciate you saying that, but you have something that I'm jealous of.
Me?
Your family. People who care about you, who trust you, who will stand behind you no matter what. That is so much more important than 6 figures.
Sure.
I'll be right back. Do you take anything with you? Ted, hi, it's Donna Erickson. Listen, I have Gloria here. No, she's fine. Actually, she's asleep. No, that's no problem. I'll drive her home in the morning. Okay, good night. Gloria? What are you doing? No!
911, what's your emergency? Hello? 911, what's your emergency? Hello? Hello, ma'am, can I help you?
Let her go!
Go, go, go! 911, there's an intruder in my house. Please hurry.
Response is already on its way. Stay where you are.
You okay? You okay? He's gone. He's going. I'm so sorry. It's okay.
Did you get a good look at him?
I got a real good look at his fist. He was wearing a ski mask, about 6 feet tall.
I saw Ted and Gloria outside. You all right?
I'm fine.
Anything missing? Any valuables?
That's not why he was here. He was in the office where I keep my files. I think he was looking for information on Janice Bradford.
You have any proof of that?
No, I don't, but...
Well, it looks like a routine break and enter. There's been a rash of that lately. It's not file a report.
Screw the report. Look, this isn't the first time. Someone sent her a death threat a few days back.
We got no report of that. So what do you want me to do?
Well, how about posting a guard outside of her house?
We're short-handed, Garrison. Look, you want protection? She calls some of her radical friends.
So there it is, huh? Somehow I feel better and better about leaving the force.
Feelings mutual. We'll do a DNA on the scratch. See what we find. Garrison.
Thank you for coming. It was pretty scary. And you were right. I should have taken that threat more seriously.
No, you were right, too. This wasn't a protester. Someone's getting really nervous about this case. So maybe your jester is telling the truth after all.
Okay.
Ms. Erickson, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was on my way to the office. I thought I'd check in on Gloria. She saved my life.
I just dropped her off at school. She's a little shaken up. But you know kids. They can bounce back from anything. Howard. What's the occasion?
Ted, you got a minute?
Now, it really isn't the best time.
I was the one who turned Janice in.
What?
I was the one who informed on her. If you've ever been to a PTA meeting, you would know that we didn't exactly see eye to eye, so... I haven't slept a night since. I talked to the Reverend here, and, this is, for you.
My God. That's a lot of money.
I checked with the bondsman. It will make her bail. Ted, over 300 people have kicked in. The reward money's in there, too. Janice has helped out a lot of people over the years, and now we want to show our gratitude, our respect.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks, Mac.
Wow.
Hey.
I don't know what to say, but far out?
They ain't seen nothing yet. Come check this out. The police report indicated the presence of an improvised explosive device, a booby trap, probably rigged to the door. Now, the blast came from within the office where they found Watt's body. Got me thinking, why would you go through all the trouble to rig a door to explode if your target was already inside? Boom!
But you wouldn't, unless you meant for someone else to open it. We still can't prove that it didn't detonate by accident, that she didn't set it.
Maybe we can. More discovery material. Crawford's office sent it over this morning.
What exactly are we looking for?
Something mechanical in nature, some sort of triggering device.
Hey, this is Jerry Marks's boot. What do you think?
Could be something. You keep looking, I'll check this out. It's a firing pin. Right there.
The MLK-142 demolition firing device.
Not just any device. Listen to this. They were used by special forces in Vietnam, not commercially available. Whoever set this up was a pro, Donna. Probably ex-military.
Where would 3 lit majors, 1 pre-med, and a philosophy student, 3 of whom burned their draft cards, get that kind of equipment?
Well, they're probably set up. You know what that means?
We just established reasonable doubt.
But if they didn't do it, who did?
Maybe we're focusing on the wrong victim. What do we know about Frank Watts?
He was a cog in the military-industrial complex.
Did Leo pick him out?
God, I don't know. That was 30 years ago. Probably. Oh, my.
Is there a connection we're overlooking, some other agenda? If there's anything you're not telling me, now would be the time.
Still think I'm guilty.
What I think is that you're more interested in protecting Leo Rudd than clearing your name, and I don't get that. When I took this case, I thought, there's someone like me, a fighter, a lone voice against the system.
Come on, you're nothing like me. Big screen TV, espresso machine. You have no idea what it's like to live in fear. Fear that at any moment, everything dear to you could be stripped away.
You talking about Gloria? Because you're doing a pretty good job of that yourself.
Dare you? What would you know about children?
I know the longer your past drags out, the shorter her future becomes.
Free at last! Free at last! Uh-oh. Donna, why don't you come over?
You go ahead. I've got work to do.
No. Oh, we insist. Are we on?
Hey, sweetie.
So they let you out?
Yeah, I thought you'd be at study group with your friends.
I don't have any friends.
Yes, you do.
Got in a fight at school today.
Fight?
I should get going.
Would you mind not leaving just yet? Amy Robbins. She called you a terrorist. So I hit her. Why couldn't you just voted like everyone else?
Oh, I am very sorry you're having to pay for my sins. It's unfair, and I know it. I never wanted to hurt you, Gloria. You see, everything we did or we tried to do was to make a better future for you, for our children. But we were opposed to government we thought callous, and a war we saw as unjust, and the country really was just so complacent we thought we had to wake everybody up.
By planting bombs?
No, by humiliating authority. You know, we were very careful not to hurt anybody.
Not careful enough. You should hear some of the things they're saying about you on television.
If I may, Gloria, this isn't a simple case. They're not just trying your mom, they're trying an era. A lot of people are still angry about that time. Some for what happened, some for what didn't happen.
Okay, well, I don't really care what happened or didn't happen back when the dinosaurs roamed, because who cares about Gloria as long as we stomp out world hunger and work at preserving the civil liberties of illegal aliens?
Go ahead, Zoe.
I have some information for you. I found a number for Watt's widow.
All right, just a minute. I think you can handle this without me.
Shove over. Come on. Sorry, babe.
Okay, got it. Hey, so remember the obits you read for those other Jester members? Who survived Marty Flanagan?
Just a brother.
And who was that baby in the picture? What? Nothing. Do me a favor. Put me through to Child Services. And then call Evelyn Watts. Try to get her in the office this afternoon.
Don't know how much help I can be. It's been so long since anyone asked me about Frankie.
Well, can you tell me about him?
We grew up together. High school sweethearts, you might say. His father had worked the mines, and Frankie was just like him. Tough but fair. Pulled himself up by the bootstraps, he always liked to say.
Did he have any enemies?
Ah, darling, you don't make the kind of money Frankie made without a few people sitting up and taking notice.
What about his defense contract?
Now, don't you pay no attention to what those people said. Fact is, Frankie hated the war. After those pictures came out, all those burned bodies, no, Frankie was letting his government contract expire.
Did he ever consider getting out of the business?
Oh, he had offers. But it would have killed him to shut down the factory and lay off all those people. You see, Frankie and I, we couldn't have any children. And those workers, they were his family.
And what happened to the business after he died?
Well, I kept it going for a while because I know that's what he would have wanted me to do. But my heart just wasn't in it. And when a buyer came around, I sold out. Got a good price for it, too.
Who owns the land now?
Oh, darling, I don't know and I don't care. The whole neighborhood has changed. It just doesn't look the same anymore.
The spaghetti is approaching al dente.
Perfecto.
Vegetables, let's see. Where are the vegetables?
I've got the asparagus over here.
Oh, how do you know?
No, not the knife, not the
What do you
knife.
want?
It's asparagus.
It's
You just-
asparagus.
Yeah, you just snap it at the gentle part, okay?
Okay, snap, cut, whatever. Hello?
Jenny, don't say anything. Look, I want you to meet me at the bench in the park tomorrow at 3. Be careful.
That was Leo. He wants to meet.
Janny, don't say anything. I want you to meet me at the bench in the park tomorrow at 3. I want you to meet me at the bench in the park tomorrow at 3.
Wonderful.
Yazzo. What? What are you doing out? You're supposed to be under observation.
Yeah, well, I got tired of observing the ceiling tiles.
Are you all right?
Thanks to the night janitor. He really trashed the place, though. Only... they didn't get this.
Great. It gets better. I met with Watts' widow. Take a look at this photo, the factory and surrounding area then and now.
It's got upscale.
Mm-hmm.
Say you owned a factory in a depressed area, and then one day some people quietly started buying up the land around you, but your land was the jewel in the crown.
Smack dab in the center.
What do you think would happen if you didn't sell? If you didn't fall in line?
Those same people would end up with a lot of worthless land.
Do you have any idea how much that property is worth today?
Enough to kill for.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Zoe, where's that list you compiled of Watts' appointments? Thanks. Beckman, Dale. I was at the Beckman Business Park this morning. Maybe we should start with him.
Yes. No, go ahead, send them in.
Mr. Beckman, Donna Erickson. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. This is my associate, Glenn Garrison. I represent...
I watch the news. I know who you are.
Well, you're pretty well known yourself. This is quite an impressive development you have here.
Wow. You can just about see the whole city. Owned this land a long time, Mr. Beckman?
Since the bicentennial, 76.
76?
That would be the land you bought from the Watts' estate, but hadn't you been buying up the surrounding area years before that?
Oh, we have many holdings. I could look into that.
The city planner's office confirms purchases as far back as 1971. Does that sound right?
Are you here to talk about real estate development?
Only in regards to Frank Watts. Did you know him?
Watts? Not really. It was a long time ago.
Check this out. I loved models as a kid. Although, price of real estate these days, a model's about all I could afford.
3 months before he died, there were several phone calls exchanged between these two offices.
I'm afraid I don't recall.
There may have been a conversation or two.
Followed by lunch and several dinners. I'm happy to show you Watts' appointment book.
As a matter of fact, you're right. He was looking for investment money to expand his defense operations, I believe.
Does the name Leo Rudd sound familiar?
Listen, I think that's enough of the questions. I don't know what you're angling for, but if you want to discuss Frank Watts, I think you should consult my attorney. My secretary will give you his number.
Thanks for seeing us on such short notice, Mr. Beckman. We'll let ourselves out. Oh, and very cool. He's guilty. See, not looking to the eyes.
God, he lied to me. Watts' widow told me her husband was cutting ties to defense work.
Like I said, he's guilty. Swear to.
Child Services.
Something you're not telling me?
You're a mess. It's a wonder you get to confess on the spot.
They know. It's only a matter of time. It's over, Red.
The hell it is! This is war. You remember war? You want to survive it, we have to end it.
What does that mean?
Everybody has to die. The lawyer, the detective, Bradford, Rudd, everybody.
God, do you hear what you're saying? I can't have any more blood on my hands. I'm going to the police.
No, you're not. You're gonna sit down there and you're gonna do nothing. You hear me? You do nothing.
Ah, damn it, Dale.
I need to talk to you.
I'm meeting somebody and I'm running a bit late. Can we talk later?
I know about Ellis. Your son by Leo Rudd? Child Services faxed over a copy of his birth certificate.
Let's talk on the road. After the bombing, we knew we had to go underground. Ellis was 8 months.
There was nothing on file at the hospital. Home delivery?
Marty was the midwife.
Social Services had only one parent's name on the form, Sharon Rudd.
Yeah, well, I was hopeful.
So Leo took the baby?
Yeah, we figured the feds would be looking for mother and child, so it seemed safer if he took him. He slipped across the border into Canada.
Does Leo have evidence that you were set up?
He said that the man who put us on to Watts had to be the one who framed us, but he never told me his name. Said it was to protect me. And he mentioned something about a tape, but I don't know what it was.
You kept silent all these years.
Yeah, well, we both did. For Ellis's sake. Ellis, 32 years old. Never even met his mom.
Isn't fair. You didn't age.
You still lie like a champ.
It's good to see you, kid.
You do.
Who are they?
Oh, Donna Erickson's my lawyer, and the other's her associate.
I told you, alone.
Mr. Rudd, Janice is in trouble. If you have anything that can help her, I need to hear it.
This isn't easy.
Do you know who set us up?
Beckman. The guy's name is Dale Beckman.
Why?
Well, one night...
What?
One night I was buying fuses for the smoke bombs, and I just run into this guy, ex-military. Says he works for this big developer. And then he told me about Watts' contract with the Defense Department. He offered me 20 grand to frag the guy.
He paid you?
He said that this guy was blocking some big deal, and I'd kill two birds with one stone if we ruined his rep. And that's when we put me in touch with that Beckman guy.
But the bomb.
Christ, you think I knew that's what he was planning? Those were my friends.
That's a decision we all should have made. I don't understand why you didn't say something.
Baby, I was tired.
Tired?
The 60s were dead. The war was ending. The revolution was over.
You sold us out for money.
Yes, for money, for you, for Alice. Suddenly I'm a father? I wanted to set us up somewhere. Jenny, baby, I swear, there isn't a day goes by I don't think about what I did.
Really?
I brought you some money for your defense.
I don't want your money. You betrayed us, Leo. We trusted you. We believed in you. I was in love with you.
Janice said something about a tape.
There never was any tape. I was bluffing. After the blast, I called him up and I said, if anything happened to me or to you, it'd be turned over to the authorities.
I need you to testify against Beckman.
Janny, I'm sorry.
Well, it's too late.
I never meant for anyone to get hurt.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Everyone down!
Oh my God, Leo! Oh my God, Leo! Oh my God! Oh my God,
They took Gloria about half an hour ago.
What?
Somebody hit me from behind.
Oh
I came to, she was gone.
The phone. Come on. Get up. Don Erickson. Don't hang up.
The warehouse. Bring Janice and the tape in 20 minutes. If I see that hire gun of yours, Gloria dies.
They want to trade. Janice and the tape for Gloria.
There is no tape.
They don't know that.
I'll call the police.
They'll kill her.
I'm going.
I won't let you.
Ted, I have to do this.
Where's the rendezvous?
Come on. Stay by the phone.
I'll keep her safe.
Ladies, upstairs.
Not until I see my daughter.
She's upstairs. Move.
I swear to God, if you harmed her.
Now!
Gloria! Mom, are you all right? It's okay. It's okay.
Where's the tape?
Let the girl go.
You're in no position to bargain. Let's go.
It's okay.
This isn't a 30-year-old tape. You think I'm an idiot? What's the real one?
There never was a tape. Leo lied.
Then you got nothing to bet with.
idea, Counselor. You're a little slow with the lights. Because now you got nowhere to go but down.
Donna. Donna. Come out, come out. Don't make me beg.
Are you all right?
Never better.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Donna. I don't know how to thank you.
You just keep trying to make the world a better place, but no more stink bombs, huh?
Yeah, okay.
And if you are still looking for a role model, you might want to start with your parents.
I do want to make a difference in the world, Mom. But in my own way.
It's supposed to be that way. So what now?
We're all flying up to Canada for Leo's service, and I'm going to be meeting my son for the very first time. I have to admit I'm a bit nervous about it.
It'll be fine. We'll finally have the whole family together.
True.
Thanks again.
Sure. You guys take care. Okay, you too. How'd it go at headquarters?
Forensics matched the DNA onto your fingernails the night of the attack.
Cobbs?
Oh, yeah. He was part of Beckman's Army Reserve unit. Got the fuses, started the whole thing. So I hear Crawford's asking for the death penalty. Thinking of defending him, Counselor?
Not likely.
But I was thinking of taking on a new partner.
Hi. Oh, yeah?
Full-time job. Requires a lot of dedication.
What, nights and weekends?
I thought we could discuss it over dinner.
You know, I know this great Italian joint.
I was thinking more along the lines of seafood. I know this great place in Hawaii.